What's up everyone, welcome back to Darkhawk Central, your spot for gaming and entertainment and info on both. It's getting towards the end of the year now, as it is December, and lots of things have happened throughout 2017. We've had a shaky start from Battlefront 2 so far, but hopefully the free add-ons will pull it up, and we've gotten more updates about Cyberpunk 2077's progress. In this video, I plan to update you on the game. Things like what is happening at the game studio, what we can expect from the game, and most importantly, when I think the game will be released. First, let's talk about how the workers are doing at CD Projekt Red. Earlier this year, many YouTubers released videos of past developers opening up about their negative experience at the studio. These reviews all circled around the app Glassdoor, which allows anonymous workers, and in this case developers, to leave reviews about their current or past work experience. In order to settle those harsh comments against them, CDPR responded with a statement from the co-founder and studio head regarding the morale in the company. In the note, they said things like, they have a certain code or set of rules they follow for each game, and this set of rules and work ethic is not for everyone. I think this is a completely justified response, and considering that the amount of people now working at CDPR has doubled in the last couple of years, I'm not too worried about the state of the company. Also, the bad reviews of the company were made by people who no longer worked there or were planning to leave, so perhaps they just weren't made for a job of that caliber. The next part is the content of the game and how the game will look in general. There have been many games in 2017 that have followed the games as a service model. This means that the game is updated constantly with new content you have to buy, and as well as the developers using certain dirty techniques in order to get the player base constantly coming back to the game. Examples of this are games like Battlefront 2, FIFA and 2K, and most likely in the future, BioWare's Anthem. I am not completely against this way of games, as they are usually followed up with fun multiplayer, but when asked about this games as a service specifically, CD Projekt Red responded. They said, at Pretty Bad Tweets, worry not. When thinking Cyberpunk 2077, think nothing less than The Witcher 3. Huge single-player, open-world, story-driven RPG. No hidden catch, you get what you paid for. No bull. Just honest gaming like with Wild Hunt. We leave greed to others. At the time of this tweet coming out, the microtransaction loot boxes in Battlefront 2 were in full swing, so I can imagine the last part was shot towards EA. Nevertheless, this is very exciting for the game. If we take The Witcher 3 and compare it to the other open-world games, it pulls ahead in many categories. Just thinking about a Cyberpunk game with that kind of quality and attention is awesome and really inspiring. I can just imagine Night City with a day and night cycle, a crime system, and real interactable NPCs. Even if CD Projekt Red were to release updates for the game later on, I think because of the game's multiplayer and high liking by the community, they will most likely be just balanced patches, and hopefully additions to the look and the content of the game. Things like new weapons and outfits, very closely resembling the Blade Runner and Cyberpunk universe, could be put in at a later date, but put behind a level wall, meaning that people who weren't of a certain level would have to keep playing and unlock them. This would cause the player base to work and stay involved in the game years after the release, and because they are cosmetic only, they wouldn't cause an uproar in the Cyberpunk community. I can't imagine why any in-game purchases would have to be put into the game, but if they are, I think I can trust CDPR with them, making sure they are cosmetic only and don't affect the gameplay at all. The third part is probably going to be the shortest of them all, and it's about the release for the much-awaited Cyberpunk 2077. Since the initial announcement in 2012, there has been a ton, and I mean a ton of speculation regarding this game's actual release date. As many may know, CDPR is finally finished with The Witcher 3, and is really only working on smaller titles such as the Witcher card game, Gwent. Because of that, I'm assuming that Cyberpunk is in full swing. However, taking into account the size and detail that is hopefully going into this game, I don't think it'll be releasing for a few years still. Because most games of this caliber take about 4 to 5 years by a company of this size to make and fully develop, and because they haven't fully been working on it for a while, the game probably has a ways to go. Most of 2018 seems out of the situation, considering it is almost here, but a late 2018 or 2019 statement of the release date does seem plausible. I don't want this game to be rushed, and CDPR has stated many times that they don't plan on that. In order to make sure the game is at its peak quality and content, I can see the game probably coming out late 2019 or early 2020, just depending on how early or late the developers want to announce the game. It is truly a shame that we all have to wait this long for a game, around 8 years, but I know when it does get here, it will be past our expectations. Let me know what you think about this very exciting game in the comments, and please give a thumbs up in the video if you liked it, or a thumbs down if you didn't. Either way, please subscribe to be ready when any new videos come out in the future. Thank you all, and I will see you in the next video.